This video is sponsored by The Few, The Proud, and The Emotional. But for legal reasons, this is in no way affiliated with 21 Pilots, the members, or the music. This is just my opinion. Please don't sue me. I watched the live stream for the Clancy album release. It was like a album release party where Tyler and Josh would give commentary in between. And when I clicked on, because the album premiere was on my YouTube home and it was an upcoming live stream. I clicked on it. I thought it was just going to be showing the music videos in like all in a row or just playing the album. I thought, sure, why not? I'll click on it. And I was surprised to see that it was them talking about it, giving commentary. It was surprisingly really funny. I forgot how funny these guys are. And when I was watching it, I it was like a really surreal feeling because it was really nostalgic, but it's like I was nostalgic, but it was happening, you know? And I watch things like that. It always reminds me of when I was a kid and like watching TV with my sister because cable isn't really a thing anymore and there aren't these cultural touchstones in the way that there were back then when you would have like a movie premiere or a show premiere or like a season finale premiere at all at the same time on the same channel that everyone would tune in to. Like I remember a lot of Nickelodeon original movies that me and my sister would watch, and it would be like a thing at school where like everyone watched it at the same time. And watching that live stream made me have that feeling again of experiencing something new with all of these people that I'm probably never going to meet in real life, but it felt like I guess it kind of felt I'm not a sports fan, but I guess it would kind of feel like that, like watching a game from home and like watching your team play, like it kind of felt like that. It's like I am in no way involved in this. I am just a participant, but it still feels like a group activity. When I heard the song Vignette, my jaw was on the floor. I was not expecting that song to go that hard. And I'll be really honest, when Overcompensate came out, I listened to it and I was a little iffy about it. I really liked the instrumentals, but some of the lyrics, some of the flow, I was just really iffy about. I'm like, I don't know if I'll like this album. So I was excited, but I wasn't as excited as I would be about like a new Fall Out Boy album coming out, you know? But when I heard Vignette, my jaw was on the floor. I did not expect that song to go that hard. I immediately became excited for the album and I wanted to get like a collector's edition vinyl immediately. I didn't. I'm waiting for like more exclusive editions to come out because a lot of them are sold out. But I was like, this is insane, and I was listening to it and I was messaging my friend at the same time and I was like, "Hey, I know that you said that you're not super into 21 Pilots, but I need you to give Vignette a listen because it is so beautiful." And I was shocked. And they're like, "Oh," after listening, they're like,
Wow. Wow. Wow, that was very good. That was really good. I added that to my like playlist and to my It's a Vibe playlist. I might have to listen to this whole album. That was really good.
and I was telling them about the lore surrounding um I know that Blurry Face is like technically part of it, but sort of the trifecta of Trench, Scaled, and Icy and Clancy. I was explaining the lore and some of the stuff that goes on with the fandom, and I said I just really love the building. The world building is better than a lot of contemporary fantasy novels that I have read. But in all honesty, like I really appreciate this band, and I didn't realize how much I appreciated this band, and I also didn't realize how involved I was with this band. I never really considered myself part of the 21 Pilots fandom. I always kind of felt like I was a like an in the in between. Like I wasn't completely outside, but I also wasn't like immersed in the fandom and the culture. And I don't think that I need to be. I think I'm okay with like just sort of being by myself and having like an appreciation with it. I don't think I need to be part of like every single forum. I don't think that I need to like engage in community that way to feel like I'm a part of this fandom or feel like I am an actual fan. I think it's okay to just enjoy a thing in solitude and then also appreciate the community. Even if you're not actively participating in it, you're still listening, you're still supporting, you're still appreciative. But I kind of forgot how much I loved 21 Pilots because they were a big part of, well, their music was like a really important thing for me growing up. I would listen to it a lot to kind of self soothe. I would use it to calm down. I would use it to give myself like some hope or to, I'm not going there today, but I have had issues and this music has helped me a lot. And I remember when Trench came out, I was super excited. I bought like the bundle. Trench was a really, really fun time. I love Trench. And then when Scaled and Icy came out, I remember I don't know if it was, I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was on the poster or if it was on like the website, but there was this thing that said SAI is propaganda, and people were speculating that it was part of the lore and everything. And when the album came out, I liked it. It was good. I still listen to a lot of the songs on there, but there are a lot of songs that I skip over. Like it was not my favorite album by them, even though I love the album art and I love the colors and I love the era. When that album came out, I was like, is 21 Pilots going to become that band that I really liked when I was younger? And I'm like, damn, like I miss enjoying them and I miss listening to them. Kind of like I am going to make a separate video about Owl City and kind of the fall from grace that he had, but Owl City is a good example. I was super, super into Owl City, like aggressively so into Owl City when I was in middle school and some, like a little bit in high school, but I started to enjoy his music less and less, and it just kind of became this super nostalgic thing of I miss this when this person made good music. Like I miss it because it was such a fundamental part of growing up. And I kind of had like that fear and anxiety when Scaled and Icy came out, like, oh, is this where kind of the enjoyment of this music ends? And it's a sad thing when you don't enjoy something that you used to anymore. But then Clancy came out, and I had this experience, and then I was explaining to my friend all of the lore, and I realized that I knew more than I thought I knew about this band and the music. I wouldn't say that I'm like a walking encyclopedia the way that I am with Fall Out Boy, but I was like, oh damn, like I actually was immersed in the stuff going on. I might not have been like participating, but I know about it. It made me realize like how much I love this band and how much I appreciate it, and I kind of forgot about that. It's crazy to come back to something. It's I guess it's kind of like when you put something in storage and forget about it. Like maybe you're in middle school and you're like, I don't want to play with kid things anymore, and you put it in storage, and then later you come back and you're like, oh, I remember this, and you're like why was I ever ashamed of this? And I'm not saying I was ever ashamed of it, of liking their music, but it's like, well, why did I ever put this in storage to begin with? Like I love this thing. But I just wanted to come here and yak about my enjoyment of this thing and how much I really do love this band and the effort that they put into the effort that they put into their work and the crazy amazing why is it so good world building around these concepts and these albums, why is it so good, why are the music videos so great. Like if these were books, I would so read them. I would have like a collector's edition. The story is just so great. When I was watching the live stream, there was a point where Tyler said, I just want you guys to know, because this is something that I would want my favorite artist to say, is that there's no machine behind us. Like, there's nobody who's pulling the strings. It just reminded me how genuine these guys are, and I know the word parasocial gets thrown around a lot, but I feel like where the angle that they're coming at is that they genuinely care about their fans and the people who are supporting their music. And that's something that is like really disconnected. There's not really, and I don't know these guys. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like I know these guys or their intentions or how they view things, but I feel like there's not really that gray area anymore when it comes to artists. There's either the super parasocial side where you have people who are constantly interacting with their fans and talking about how much they love them and doing things that are kind of a little unhealthy and probably very influenced by marketing and trying to get people to buy things. And then you have people who are like completely silent, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't show my face. I like privacy. But it's nice to have a happy medium where it's like, I don't know a lot about these guys and I don't necessarily need to, but I know that they, at least from what they have said publicly, that they appreciate their fans. And I think when you listen to their music, you also get that sentiment from them. This year has been just me rediscovering things that I forgot about, and it's been really fun. And thank you guys so much for listening and or watching, and I hope you have a good night, and do whatever you want to do and like whatever you want to like and enjoy your life, because it's the only one you're going to have. If you love something and care about something, hold it close and enjoy the most out of it that you can. Okay, bye.
Hello, Clancy.